Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, and welcome. I'm going to be playing through Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm also going to be streaming it, so if you feel like coming and having a watch, I don't know what time it'll be up, but it will be up. Let's get into this. I've played through this once before, so I know the end twist, but I don't remember much of the story itself. Let's get into a normal mode. I haven't played this since about November last year, November 2018-ish. It's the last save file. Oh, I also have some biscuits here, so I might be eating them during out. Don't worry about it. Pretty game. This is 1080p on the high setting with some things set to very high. Just because again I'm streaming this at the same time, so I don't want the settings maxed out. Even already, this is such a pretty game. I'm wondering now if this cutscene is affected by your settings. That would be dumb, but it would make sense if it's an in-engine cutscene. Like, would the trees in the distance be more or less detailed if you had the settings really low? I highly doubt that, but things we do.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
A simpler time when men could use his hands and not a gun. That was not dark, but at the same time not
Henry,
making sense
get up
either.
now. There's work to be done.
I don't know what I was trying to say with that one.
Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
So at the moment we're at 24% CPU usage in a cutscene. When it cuts out of this to, if I remember, it cuts into like a dialogue thing. Let's see if the GPU jumps up at all. Oh, 80%. 87?
Fine state you're in this
86%.
morning.
Yeah, so this is in
What on
engine,
earth
so
did you
this would be
get up to
affected by your
last night?
settings. Which makes sense. We're chatting at the tavern, dancing. I was Bianca. Yes, Bianca. And working the forge. Let's work
I
the
was
forge.
sweating in the forge all day yesterday, and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Why would I be interested in swordplay? Mephis is teaching me archery. Let's do archery.
No, it's just Matthias was teaching me archery.
Archery? Do you want to become a poacher? Have you any idea of the punishment for that? And where did you get a bow anyway?
Not
Oh,
that
come
hard to
on.
make.
I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God. Promise.
I promise.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
Somewhere. I thought they're like middle ages. 5Ks was quite a distance.
Mother.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal. Father will pass the forge on to you one day soon. You've been courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're nothing but trouble.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Table. Ah, table. Play it all. Can I still take shit while I'm here? Ooh. I can't. Inventory. I have a bread roll. How do I eat? Press and hold E to eat. Nom nom nom. Nourishment. 47. Okay. Escape to get up. So I remember these. You can just eat from and you get like 50% or anything like that. Um, 30%, 25 maybe. Either way. Very small house. Alright, let's go into the world of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Ooh. Ooh, that's so pretty. Shadows seem... No, I was going to say they seem a bit empty, but no, that makes sense. That's really good looking. Guess I go talk to Father. Howdy, Father.
At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzik's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Sweet, that's pretty easy to remember. I am stuck on a huge log of wood. Castle. Oh, castles are cool. I like bow ties. Hey fellas. Janik. No, that'd be Yannick, wouldn't it? And Yaroslav.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
I'm kind of curious how.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
I'm
Godspeed.
going
See you
like
later in the tavern.
game dev
Certainly
mode.
will.
I'm thinking how
The ale might even be
one
on
the
me.
camera control, controlling the camera in that cutscene, because that's an in-engine cutscene, and I can tell because the GPU is running at about 50-60% doing that. One, the skeleton on the model, and two, the script that runs the camera for that model, was that done by a person, or was it just camera points at whoever's talking? But then they'd have to do the distance. It'd probably be easier just to do it all manually for most of these in-engine cutscenes, just to have it switch back and forth, and then if needed at the moment, move the camera around. Because it's just a flat cut. There's no what do you call it? No crossfading on it. Hey there. Oh. Coven by Sir Hanish? If you already progressed in the storyline as far as the epilogue, you won't be able to accept the quest from Capon, and the tournament will launch on its own. Okay, so this is probably a DLC quest. I will probably never get to that. Alright. You're F. Hi there.
God be with you,
Knish.
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 What do you want?
Father
My
sent me.
father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
I knew you'd be trouble. Father says if you don't pay up, he'll come here himself and hammer those nails into your hairy arse.
I'd like to see him try. Fuck off, you bastard, or your old man will be pulling those nails out of you.
Persuasion. That's a lot of stuff that comes pretty easy. Page,
I
okay.
misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me, would you?
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then. Been a pleasure.
Oh, that been a pleasure. Say that immediately get a clock around the side of the head. Oh, okay. Oh! Right on the chin.
I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
I do understand, and that could have been a lot easier if he hadn't fucking punched me in the face 10 times. His axe. Can that be equipped as a weapon? No. I guess not. Okay. What have you got, Cash? That's a whole lot of nothing. That's a whole load of nothing. Oh, but you do have some food for me. So I will eat all of that. Right, so, yeah, 25%. Take his hammer and nails. Okay. Now, oh, we need to sell this. And it looks, this is a trader.
Greetings, Henry.
Oh, hello. Do I talk to you? Yes. Let's talk trade. I want to sell hammer, axe, and nails. How much do I get for that? Like 6, 7, 7. I think that was. Yeah, 7. Alright. Hey, this guy.
God be with you.
Let's talk trade. I want. How much? I needed 10 of these. It costs me 5. Cool. Then you?
Hey Pip,
Yes.
do you want to learn something?
Yes.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Absolutely.
Yes. Alright, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
There we go. See, the stream crashed. We're good. I wonder how long that's been out for. Let's follow this guy up. This is combat arena, okay.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Combat tutorial. This would probably have helped
Very well.
before.
Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Henry, that's not how you hold a sword.
Alright. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is
I am unpredictable.
Never repeat yourself. Now you're getting it. Good.
again. Fine. Fine. Not bad.
Where's his real sword?
Again.
The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Fine. Good. What's up? Good.
Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Very good. Now you're getting it. All right.
Right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
I do. Thank you, Master Vanek. Right, now we just need to get ale. Ale from the ale house. Where's the ale house? Oh, this is the problem with trying to play a game like this in a town where you've lived your entire life as a character. Because you've never been there. Also, it's like a small town like this, everyone would know everyone, right? So everyone knows what everyone's selling. I may be bringing like new age ideology into this, but he doesn't really need to be screaming at the people walking backwards and forwards because they've been here long enough to know what he's selling. That makes sense to me. But I don't know.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitor.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is spouting shit.
Albrecht,
What?
and
Just
Wilhelm
listen and you'll hear
are
for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deal will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far.
Bloody Germans.
Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Always
Deutsch
doing
is an
shit.
idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some chairs will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
No.
Not that I
Fucking
don't
hell.
want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
That's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, Hal, how could you possibly chance like this?
I gotta go meet Bianca. Pope Boniface the 9th. Oh right. I'd have to say, how many people in a row called their kids Boniface? Then I remembered the popes take their names, like they choose their names when they become popes. That was almost an idiot moment.
Well,
Hey Bianca.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout? What will it be then, ragamuffin?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
How much is a groschen nowadays?
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Yeah, that's one of the things I have. I have a mod that disables that because I like just being able to save. Not having to spend, I think it's like 100 groschen each time. I think it's 100 food. Yeah, I'm okay with not paying 100. Why are you running? Han, you were the guy. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And then he back to White shit his house. I'm curious if that.
We don't have to run. We're on the right.
Ah, yes. Sorry. It's just that's never happened to me before.
Oh, they've already done it. Okay. Huh, okay. I was curious if that was... if they actually went and did that. Because they did. I assume if you said no one just followed them, they'd just do it without you. Howdy, father. I have everything you need.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. That's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, I heard some gossip about what happened to Deutsch.
Like 2
I
minutes
expect
ago.
you know something about it.
Maybe.
Maybe. Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe. And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it.
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Oh, got what he deserved, did he? Look, I don't know if you're mixed up in this or if it's just those friends of yours. It's all the same to me. But I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. Do you understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
What, so you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of the king?
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts rubbish, so what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
That's a little bit close to home because my dad does that as well. We're gonna do this exact thing. You know what you're doing, right? You've only done it 20 times before.
Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done.
That wood
Now
probably
file it
gets
down
quite
so
hot
it sits
thinking
well in
about
the
it.
hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Here's an interesting fact. The handle and like the sword, like the tang of the sword, the handle, the cross guard and the top are all different objects. I don't know if you saw that. But when he was holding the sword up, the handle, the grip that he flips over, was moving somewhat independently of the rest of the sword. That means there's multiple objects being messed around with there. That's fucking great. Why swap out models when you can just have 4 models do the job? Hey, Mother. Anything new for you to say?
What do you need, son? God be with
Nothing new. I know Pa's not angry at me. No. Came from in here. Trunk. Nails for Teresa. Oh, some shaved schnapps. What's my food looking like? 87. We're good. Cheese. No, I don't need cheese. I want to go into the castle. Hey Teresa, here is your
Here are
nails.
those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
That still feels a little bit blunt by how much it's moving the stick.
Fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
I don't know how someone could genuinely be that
Ask your
bad.
father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Like, to swing a sword that badly.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
And like to hit something with the side of the sword, essentially. Even just swinging it around, you gotta make it like fine.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
That's a lot of people.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry!
And what about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No! You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Keep
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah.
Get through the gates!
Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
Run!
Find a horse! Ride to town, Merc! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
That sounds like information you shouldn't need to be told. but oh well. Come on, really long black screen. There you go. So Radzik, I can believe sword. Right, now we're running. Hey boys! Ah, that was a bad idea. Ow! Oh! Fuck! Ow! Ah, no! Get on the horse. Why do you keep running forwards? Ah, this is bad. Get on. Someone just shot the horse. That's good. There we go. We're booking it. I think I managed to save Teresa. Is that her name? Oh, I guess if we didn't scare them away, we could take that horse there. That should have killed me. If I remember correctly, this part took fucking ages to do last time. Oh, I'm bleed. It gave me more health though. Because I kept just getting... I got stuck in one of the rivers.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Okay. Yeah, I got stuck in one of the rivers. And I ended up just being shot over and over.
Go! They'll kill you all!
Run, you fool. Or they'll probably kill me first. Guys, we can talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Please. I don't think I'm feeling the appropriate amount of tension here. Because they can't hit me and they always think, oh, a certain amount of distance behind me.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose! Halt your Hosungine!
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy.
I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
That one guy just... Dude,
You
what the
idlers
fuck?
nothing better to do. Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
I'm kind of curious. He's a knight. Does he wear his armor at all times? Because if my memory from what I read years ago is correct, then they didn't wear the armor that often. Hi, am I talking to you? Yes. There's no A.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
I can do that.
I heard about your
Hi.
father. They say he was a
must have been
swordsman
terrible
to
there.
the countryside to make
How did it happen?
Okay. Sure.
It was a fine sunny day until Sigismund came with his army. I saw him sitting there with his red beard and proud posture as he gave the signal to attack.
Oh, no.
They began murdering. They cut down anyone who didn't flee to the castle and destroyed everything in their path. The terrible cries of the wounded and the dying, I'll never forget it. It was only by some miracle I managed to take one of their horses and ride here.
How terrible. All the saints in heaven must have been watching over you to keep you alive. But you're safe here now.
Okay then, man. Right then. Hi. No.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
One thing, if I remember correctly, this game did not make the females look particularly good.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before
Like,
getting into bed.
the men look great with the stubble, with the hair, the beards and moustaches. It looks good. But the females, I don't know if it's the hair, like the clipping, or the hairstyle, or what. But the face always looked a bit off. I need some of this. And then I need to eat lentil. How much do you give me? 9. Holy. Okay.
You fled from Skalitz? How did you manage that?
Well, I ran. I ran so far away. Right, that should... How much did I do? 26. Okay. Oh. Oh boy, I'm tired. Ah. Why have I lost reputation? What? What is this BS? This must be the lodging. Yes. Oh, I'm not allowed in there though. Sorry. Just gonna close the door. Just gonna close the door. Just gonna... Oh, I'm just gonna take off these boots and fall asleep. Let's get a good 12 hours of sleep. 11 hours of sleep. Because I'm not gonna get that much sleep. Okay. Thanks. Ooh, 15 FPS, 16 FPS. These cutscenes are weird because it says it's running at 20 FPS here.
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
Oh gosh, she's a middle-aged white lady.
Just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Sure, I can have a chit chat. What are we chit chatting about? Where am I?
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened.
My immersion.
It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
I went to collect a
A
debt.
fellow by the name of Kunesh owed
Why am I
money.
there?
He sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved. But Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzi. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us. But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
So we have to go compassion to get check pass and all of these.
In the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers.
And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible.
That really broke the immersion.
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through, I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was in prison.
Oh.
Really?
I really want to pause this.
My husband had some quarrel.
I will
with
say it in a
Ledek
second.
Valdek,
I need
who
to
decided
write
to
this
resolve
down.
it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of
Fucking
the
shit.
and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and
Written down, I'll remember it.
all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Okay, Henry, don't think for a second she didn't she didn't completely see through you hitting on her, okay? For a second. That was a bit rough, Dad.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
A whole business, you say? I wonder what they're selling. Oh, hey, he's actually got his shoes off as well. Okay. Pause. Shut up. When she said, I was made for marriage with Sir Divish, my brain went full Monty Python, and all I heard her say was, I was forced into marriage We are here to attend a marriage, and I hate myself because of it, because it completely ruined any emotion that that scene was meant to be conveying, because all I could do was laugh.